2.
This week on Centennial Sports TV, the East Martial Arts program looks to further develop their sport. How will they kick it into gear?
And the passion for soccer seeps in Igor Enriquez's life. Find out what led him to his love of this game.
Smash, dash, and clash. See why roller derby is more than a female sport. Centennial Sports TV starts now. Hello, folks. My name's Amit Man.
And I'm Andrew Garris.
And welcome to the last edition of CSTV.
I'm getting kind of sad, to be honest with you. It's coming to an end. It's been a good year.
I'm a little sad right now. I mean, this has been a long road, and we're finally getting to the end.
I mean, bigger and better pastures, I guess.
I guess it has to be.
For some of us.
After that, we fail, so...
Some people run to socialize, some run to be alone, other people run to stay healthy or burn calories. Why do I run? I run for every reason there is, but I run for me. It gives me energy, it clears my head. It's like I'm in a competition with myself to see how far I can push my own limits. I can't really win, but I don't lose either. It's rewarding. I did my first half marathon 2 years ago, and since then I've run 5 fulls and 5 halves. When I set out to run the 42.2 kilometer race that is a marathon, I always have mixed feelings. I think I can do it. I think I'm doomed to fail. I always wonder why I ever thought it might be a good idea. I mean, who trains for months to wake up super early and then run for hours? I guess that's my idea of fun. But there's so many people who do it. I think it's less than 2% of the population have ever run a marathon. But when you're at a race with 40,000 other runners, it's hard to think that it might not be more than that. It's something that can be for anyone. My mom got into it after I did, and now she's walked her first 2 half marathons. I've seen people who look like they've been running for 100 years and they still cross the finish line before I do. It's not really like other sports. I mean, my sport is a punishment for most other sports. It can be a team thing. I see a lot of people running in groups and using it as a way to socialize. But I think it's all about the individual. I don't worry about the person next to me. It's not likely that I would even know who they are. My goal is just to finish, but that changes all the time. I want to be better, I want to be faster, but I love it, and I will definitely continue to do it as long as I can.
The OFSA Provincial High School Cross Country Championships are being held on Saturday at Centennial Park. The Toronto District School Board will be represented by mainly 2 schools who have been battling it out at the city meets. Malvern Collegiate grabbed the overall city championships, including the girls' overall title. Rival school Birchmount Park Collegiate earned the boys' individual team title. Expect these 2 high schools to dominate these races.
So it's time for another personal essay profile here, and this time we have our good friend from America, Matt Schott.
Now, one thing is for sure, this will not be about hockey.
I really hope not, because he is from the desert.
Arizona.
That's right.
Football.
Let's check it out.
Well, growing up, you know, my parents from Canada. My dad kind of instilled it in me when I was younger to be a hockey fan. I would say my inspiration for liking hockey would be NHL 95 for Sega Genesis. And my team of choice came from that game, the Detroit Red Wings. You know, great lineup, couldn't help but watch that team play. It's a team sport, it's aggressive, it's fast moving. I mean, everyone who plays it, even if they've never played before, they go out and play some ball hockey, they love it. Growing up in Phoenix, you know, it's hard to be an actual hockey fan. 110-degree weather, you look for any opportunity to get cold. So obviously hockey is a cold environment. That's why I came to Toronto. I figured it's the right place for me. I'm in heaven up here, so. Crossbar. Dead on accurate. I live hockey, I breathe hockey, I eat hockey, and I sleep hockey. I am hockey.
.63 to the net 61. The Associated Press of the All-American first team in college baseball was announced today at Utah's 7-foot sophomore center Andrew Bogut was the leading vote, receiving 61st place votes.
Douche.
Think you can do better? Come study sports journalism at the Center for Creative Communications.
Throughout the 2010 version of Centennial Sports Journalism, we've had experiences that have made this year very special and memorable. Here are a few students telling us moments that they will take home with them from this course.
My CSTV moment would have to be when I interviewed Dale Hunter. He's a guy I grew up idolizing, not necessarily for his on-ice play, but he brought a lot to the city of London, where I'm from. And I've been a big fan of the Knights, and getting to sit down with that guy for an hour and pick his brain was something I couldn't have done if I wasn't sitting where I am now.
Come back to find out why Nadine Liverpool loves sports and how high school wasn't always a picnic for her.
And the women take to the track and battle it out. How has this sport changed their lives? This and more when we return on the other side.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Derzero, Toronto FC captain, and you're watching Centennial Sports TV.
Centennial College is now offering a sports journalism program. The one-year postgraduate program is taught by industry-leading sports journalists. Students get hands-on work in print, radio, and television. In third term, print students write stories for the Toronto Observer, while the broadcast students produce their very own 20-minute live sports desk show. For more information on what this program has to offer, visit the website at centennialcollege.com.
Centennial Sports Journalism. Get way into the game.
Welcome back to the show.
Next up, we have Andrew Garris,
That's me.
showing some of his various bloopers throughout the year.
See, now, producers Karen and Joe never see what really goes on into these shoots. And
Really?
This is exciting.
Really doing them a favor.
I don't know about that, but let's find out what they think.
All right.
Colts now have one game remaining on their schedule, and they're hoping to. Okay, just keep rolling the whole time through. The Colts are not. The Colts. Why? Why? This is the one. Sorry about that. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm Andrew Garris, and I'm down here at East York Collegiate, where today's a big day. They're welcoming the alumni from the 54-55 Goliath team. And do you think there's a chance that women's hockey could succeed in Toronto?
Yes.
I'm not.
Absolutely not.
Go to watch hockey?
Well, only if I can teach her to skate.
Now I'm here with the. Sorry. Algonquin, I just gotta get the name of the thumbnail. Hopefully you don't have to.
I've actually decided to re-record just so you could get some bloopers.
Andrew Garris getting low.
Well, that was painful. How did you feel about that? That was awful.
I'm glad it wasn't me. Whatever. Good job, bud. Next up, we have Nadine Liverpool's underdog story. I'm guessing she takes some notes from Kobe Bryant because of his swagger in the NBA.
If you want to call it that, sure.
I call it swagger.
Let's check it out.
He's amazing.
This is where it all began, at Malvern Recreation Center. I remember a little girl, and I could barely speak, but for some reason, I knew how to kick a soccer ball. But my love for sports went way beyond the soccer field. Way beyond. Most kids watched Power Rangers or Teletubbies. I was not one of them. I watched sports, night after night after night. I was what you would call the lame girl in high school. Although I was a nerd, my love for Kobe always kept me strong. I've also been known to be a bit of a slob. Oh well. I know, I'm a tad bit obsessive when it comes to sports. But that makes me unique, right? Or does that make me weird? Greg, I'm confused.
Hello, I'm Renee Paquette.
And I'm Art O'Cal.
We are from Right After Wrestling on the Score Television Network, and you are watching Centennial Sports Television.
It's 100 years, right? Centennial.
I don't know.
Moving along along, though, we have our final profile, and it's Cliff Becherette. We've teased it all the way through the show, so let's check it out.
Hey there, I'm Cliff Becherette, one of many hosts for CSTV. Welcome to my crib. Let's go on and take a look at all my sports memorabilia. We're here in my basement now where I have all my sports memorabilia, but my prize memorabilia, all my wrestlers. I have over 100 of them, 2 rings and 2 entrance sets, and more with my passion with the Leafs. If you take a look over there, a flag that I stuck to an actual hockey stick, Toronto Blue Jays, a blanket, got it at a game. Now for my most prized possession. Everyone's been waiting for this. Let's head on up to my room.
Cliff was born with a championship belt around his waist, and I think over the years he's converted every couch and bed in the home into a wrestling ring.
And this is my most prized possession, the WWE replica belt. I have 4 signatures on it: Edge, Candice Michelle, Jeff Hardy, and all the way up here is Randy Orton. We're here on my driveway where I have my 2000 Chrysler Cirrus. But don't worry about the exterior. The interior shows my passion for the sports I love. And take a look at this. Blue Jay leather, the colors of the Blue Jays. That's how much I love them. Blue, a nice blue, black, and then come, bring the camera down here. Look at the nice Blue Jay mat. Yeah, it's dirty, but that's how you have to play in sports these days. You have to play dirty. And the passion does not stop there, let me tell you. Take a look at my license plate. Toronto Maple Leafs. There's no bigger fan than myself to have a license plate that has the Toronto Maple Leafs on it. That's how much I love them. That's how much I love sports. You've seen my crib. You've seen my decked out Blue Jays interior in my 2000 Chrysler. You've heard my mom embarrass me about everything wrestling. But you know what? Thanks for coming and check out my crib. Deuces.
Now that was well worth the wait. Cliff's really got it going on with all that Blue Jay stuff. I wonder if those glasses are prescriptioned or not.
He's rich, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right, but he lives with his parents.
Whatever. Well, East York, that's it. For the cast, crew, teachers, everyone that's helped us get to this point, we thank you. And yeah, it's been a fun road.
And hopefully next year they'll do as well as we did this year. I don't know if it's possible, though.
I really don't think that's possible because we are just too damn good.
Well, for Amit Mon,
Andrea Garris, we'll
thanks
see you
for
later,
tuning
East
in.
York.
Makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it harder, make it better. Do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour. Work is never over. Work it harder, make it better. Do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour.
I'm bringing them a present. Myself, an American, so they can teach me how to curl.
I'm here at East York Collegiate where the Goliaths look to slay Central Tech in semis. I had it.
Idiot. Damn it!
Boys are back at school and right into ice hockey season. Oh no.
How's it going? Keep going.
Hi. What they learned from the Ontario Summer Games can be carried over into their...